The book has two very interesting stories, but could be a little scary, by the way. We did the book because both of us love monsters, and that is why we thought that it would be best to write a book. We will keep a copy of this book in the library, and Rudra will read out a little bit about the book and from one of the stories. And feel free to grab a copy from the library, or if you want a copy for yourself and your friends, you can let Dale know so that Rudra can get a copy for you. Rudra, do you want to read a little bit about the book?
Okay.
Or tell the friends about the story slightly more?
I'm gonna read a bit of the book, and then you can read the rest if you get it from the library. Okay.
You have to give a little background of the story. So one of the stories, Dad and Rudra, we went to a house which has a monster, and that monster is really fond of chocolates, like all of us are. But then, what happens when suddenly Rudra and I go to the house and the monster wakes up? That's the story, a part of which Rudra will read out. That's right.
Okay. The crooked old house really did look haunted. A swarm of creepy bats circled around and around the chimney. As we slowly opened the heavy squeaking door, we could feel that something very mysterious was about to happen. Not only was the house eerie, but it was stinky too. It smelled like horrible rotten garbage. The light of the spooky full moon was peeking through the long glass windows. There was just enough light for us to see the millions of cobwebs hanging everywhere.
Very scary.
Dad shined his flashlight right on them. Yikes. I saw something my eyes had never seen before. A gazillion creepy, crawly spiders. They looked ferocious. This is when I realized that it's probably not been the greatest idea to visit this house. I didn't want to admit this mistake to Dad, who was complaining anyway. Slowly we walked up the creaking stairs in search of the monster. Dad held his flashlight while I quickly ate a chocolate bar, just for energy, I said.
He loves chocolates.
What do we do now? Wait for the monster to arrive? Hollered Dad. How could he know that his loud voice would echo through the empty house and awaken the chocolate monster?
So, now, what happens when the chocolate monster actually woke up? You have to say, yeah, what do you think? You have to take a guess. Who wants to take a guess? Yep, go for it.
He ate you. And he died and then he turned into a chocolate.
And what about you? What do you think?
Maybe he ate the chocolate monster.
What do you think?
So he wants to eat a chocolate and he'll ask for chocolate.
Well, what happens, I won't tell you, and neither would Rudra, so you have to read the book. But what can I say a little bit more what the monster did? The creature introduced himself with a thunderous laughter. Okay, really scary. The laugh was so loud that the entire house began to shake. I, Rudra, we all felt numb. We were unable to move. The laughter overpowered my complaints because I was really annoyed to go in the house. To be honest, I was a bit scared. And then there was a big stink. The monster was not really clean, you know, he's like dripping chocolate all over the place. But then, so then what happens? What does the monster do to Rudra and me? You have to grab the book from the library and read it. So yeah, so we will keep this book here. You guys can have your tea time and absolutely any questions you have for Rudra. Yes, go for it.
Mom, how did you make the book?
Ah, that's interesting. We were bored and we wanted to do something. He was drawing, I was writing. And then we just thought that, okay, let's combine each other's skills and make the book.
How did you make the cover? How did the teacher make the cover?
So what happens is, you send all the drawings onto the computer and just use some flashy software and then get a beautiful cover. But then when two of you are doing together, like Rudra and I did, we had a lot of fights how the chocolate monster would look like. Because I did little bit like this, he did little bit like this, and together we came up with this chocolate monster. It's actually very easy to draw if you hit. And you should actually try to do some of the drawings yourself. Like, you know, like the chocolate monster looked like this when it was not angry. But then when it was angry,
It turned with the big monster.
see, it was chasing us. And when we did the book, I did not have the mole. So I look a bit different.
It was orange. When did you make the book?
We made the book in the school holidays. So we used the holidays. We didn't play a lot of video games, but we were doing a book.
How did you make the skin?
Make the
Skin.
what skin?
The book skin.
Ah, you just get a printer to print it out for you.
I got a picture.
Ah,
How did you
that's
make
good.
the pages?
Well, the printer makes the pages. We just wrote it and did the drawing.
And how do you fold it too?
Absolutely everything. We just gave it to the printer, said that, see, everyone now wants to read the book, make it like a good looking book. So they did it.
Is it famous?
Huh?
Is it famous?
Yeah, it is. We went to the Dorothy Butler bookshop. We were actually, Rudra was also in the Ponsonby newsletter. So yeah.
I noticed it's all around stove.
I think there would be notices. There are some cards which you can pick up from the library to have the book cover for yourself.
So, how did you glue all the pages?
Yes, that's a very good question. But then, like I said, the magic printer did everything.
And is it yours? Is that book yours?
Now it is for the library, for the schools. Not mine anymore. We just wrote it. We don't have any book anymore. Oh, interesting question actually. He loves chocolate and both of us love monsters. And we were thinking, what should we do? And we were thinking, I wish we went to a haunted house, and that's how we came.
Is it yours? Is that book yours?
Now it is for the library, for the schools. Not mine anymore. We just wrote it. We don't have any book anymore. Oh, interesting question actually. He loves chocolate and both of us love monsters. And we were thinking, what should we do? And we were thinking, I wish we went to a haunted house, and that's how we came with the stories. But then, mind you, we are going to do another book in the school holidays that are coming up. And there, the dad and son will do something else. So this is a series. The first one is the monster hunting. And one has to read monster hunting, like the stories, and then the next one will come up very soon, next year.
Are you going to relate all the monsters on food?
Pardon?
Are you going to relate all the monsters on food?
No. They're different. They're very different. There are no chocolate monsters other than the one that Rudra and I saw and wrote about. Yes.
Are we allowed to buy stuff?
Yes, you are. You have to leave your name to Dale, and the books come from all the way somewhere else. It will take some time, but it will get it.
You have to get the coins, then give it to Dale. Dale. Have to get the coins and give it to Dale, then Dale will give you the book.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Okay, why don't you stand with Rudra holding the book and we'll get a picture for the newsletter. All of you. And Rudra can stand up. Okay, and you, yeah.
Can I buy something?
Yeah, just now, first when we get the picture. Come on.
I got money in a bag gift for the day. Where's the unicorn book?
Okay, there you go. Okay. Thank you all of
very
you.
much. Very much.